Good day, everyone. It's Rilin Jean E. Labang, and I want to tell you about eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Eigenvalues and eigenvectors represent an incredibly useful concept in linear algebra. So just what are they exactly? Let's say we have matrix A, a square n by n matrix. Eigenvectors are vectors that have a special relationship with matrix A such that when you multiply A times the eigenvector x, you get back that same vector multiplied by a scalar lambda. These scalars are called eigenvalues, or sometimes called characteristic values. In addition, these eigenvectors must be non-trivial, meaning that they are not just the zero vector. The matrix A can have multiple eigenvalues but no more than n the number of rows and columns in the matrix. Furthermore, each eigenvalue will have its own eigenvector that is associated with it. Before we start trying to solve for eigenvalues or eigenvectors, let's see them in action so that we can further cement or understand the definition we just mentioned earlier. So let's say that the matrix A is a 2 by 2 matrix with elements -3, 1, -2, and 0. So now let's check that the vector x equals 1, 1 is an eigenvector. So to do this, we will simply multiply A by x and see if we get back x multiplied by some scalar. So performing the multiplication, we get -3 times, -3 times 1 plus 1 times 1, -2 times 1 plus 0 times 1, or -3 plus 1, -2 plus 0, which simplifies to -2, -2. We can simply factor out -2 from this and get -2 times 1, 1, which is just our original vector multiplied by -2. So we have not only verified that 1, 1 is in fact an eigenvector of our matrix, but also discovered that -2 is one of its eigenvalues. Now that we are better acquainted with eigenvalues and eigenvectors, let's start learning how to solve for them. So we know that the eigenvalues and eigenvectors of a square matrix A obey the equation of Ax equals lambda x. So in order to solve this, we will first subtract lambda x. We will subtract lambda x from both sides. Then in between the lambda and x, we will insert the identity matrix I, which is the matrix equivalent of multiplying by 1. So we are not changing the equation by doing this. If we factor, so now we have we have the equation ax minus lambda ix equals zero vector. So if we factor out the vector, we can rewrite this as the quantity. So the quantity of a minus lambda I times x equals the zero vector. So now we want non-trivial solutions to this equation. So meaning that x can't be the zero vector. So let's see what this means for a minus lambda I. If this matrix were invertible, then we could multiply both sides by a minus lambda I inverse and get x equals a minus lambda I inverse times the zero vector, which would mean that our x is 0. And to avoid this situation, a minus a lambda can't be invertible, and therefore, as we recall from learning about inverse matrices, the determinant of this matrix must be 0. So the determinant of a minus lambda I will form a polynomial in lambda, often referred to as the characteristic polynomial. And the equation form when the determinant equals 0 is called the characteristic equation. So the solutions to this equation will be our eigenvalues. And now let's try a concrete example so that this will make more sense. So let's consider matrix A, which equals to 1, 1, 4, 1. So we will take this matrix and subtract to our lambda I, where I is the 2 by 2 matrix with 1s on the main diagonal and 0s for the other 2 entries. So multiplying our lambda, we simply end up with lambdas on the main diagonal, And so in performing the subtraction, you'll simply end up subtracting lambda from the main diagonal of A. That's one. That one. So that gives us 1 minus lambda, 1, 4, 1 minus lambda. So now we must take the determinant of this matrix and set it equal to 0. Excuse me. Equal to 0. So the determinant will be 1 minus lambda times 1 minus lambda and the quantity of 4 times 1. And foiling out this first term leaves us with 1 minus 2 lambda plus lambda minus 4 equals 0. And if we simplify and then set this equal to 0, that will give us a characteristic equation. And of characteristic equation of lambda squared minus 2 lambda plus minus negative 3. It's negative 3, okay? So if we recall our basic algebra, we can easily factor this, rewriting it as lambda minus 3 times lambda plus 1 equals 0. So this means that we have two solutions. So 3 and negative 1. These are the eigenvalues. So to summarize what we just did, we found the determinant of A minus lambda I and set it equal to 0, which was our characteristic equation And then solving the equation gave us a pair of eigenvalues. So once we have found the eigenvalues for our matrix, we can start solving for the eigenvectors. So this takes a bit more effort, and it must be done for each eigenvalue separately. So we will once again start the process by examining the a minus lambda I part of a minus lambda I times x, the zero vector. This time, we will actually plug in one of the eigenvalues we found for lambda and get a new matrix. So, magkuan taog new matrix. So, this new matrix, new matrix multiply by unknown vector x equals to 0. So in essence, what we are left with is a system of equations that we can solve by any method we've learned so far. So the most consistent method here is to use row operations to get the matrix into row echelon form. So there will be times when we must choose values for the components of the eigenvectors. But it doesn't really matter what we choose, because the solution we find by doing so only represents the form of eigenvectors. And any scalar multiple of the vector we find through this method will also be an eigenvector. So we can easily demonstrate this as follows. So assume that the vector x is an eigenvector of A. So ax equals lambda x. So now if we consider the vector cx, where c is a scalar, then a times this new vector can also be written as c times ax. Diba? Since c is just a scalar. So we already know that ax equals lambda x. So this becomes c lambda x, which can be written as y times lambda times x. No, so we get a times cx equals lambda times cx, which makes the vector cx an eigenvector by definition. So to make this process of solving for eigenvectors a little more clear, so let's once again consider our matrix earlier. So the matrix A, 1, 1, 4, 1. So we have already found the eigenvalues of this matrix, diba, earlier, which are the 3 and negative 1. So let's use this to find the related eigenvectors. So mo naman ito ang mga eigenvalues, which is ang 3 and negative 1. So now, ato na pong pangitaon ang mga related eigenvectors. So we can start with our first eigenvalue, which is the 3, and plug this into A minus lambda I. So lambda I. So let's plug in the 3. We end up getting 3 on this main diagonal, which means we will be subtracting 3 from the diagonal elements of A. So leaving us with negative 2, 1, 4, negative 2. Now, once we have this, we will have to use row operations to get this in row echelon form. So in this case, we can simply add 2 times the first row to the second row to get new second row. Diba? So, 4 plus 2 times negative 2. So, it will be negative 2. Negative 2, so 0 na siya. So, negative 2 plus 2 times 1 equals 0. So, now, this turns the second row into zeros na. So, and we are left with negative 2 and 1. In the first row. So, recall that we are solving the matrix equation A minus lambda I times x equals 0. So, this matrix multiplied by x equals 0, writing x as x sub 1, x sub 2, and doing matrix multiplication, we end up the equation. So, we end up in equation negative 2 x sub 1 plus x sub 2 equals 0. And moving 2x sub 1 to the other side, no, that leaves us with x sub 2 equals 2x sub 1. Let's now choose x sub 1 to be equal to 1, which makes x sub 2 equals to 2. So for the eigenvalue of 3, lambda 3, we get the eigenvector 1 and 2. So, however, recall that this vector only represents the form eigenvectors take for this eigenvalue. So, we can have any multiple of this vector and it will still be an eigenvector. So, to put it simply, any vector where the second element is twice the first will be an eigenvector. So now, let's proceed to our second eigenvalue, which is the negative 1. So now, let's do the same thing now for this negative 1. So we once again go back to A minus lambda I. This time, plug in negative 1 for lambda. In this case, by subtracting negative 1 from the main diagonal of A, we find the result to be 2, 1, 4, 2. For our row operation this time, we will subtract 2 times the first row from the second row. So, R2, excuse me, 4 plus 2 times 2 equals 0 here. Yan. So we are left with 2 and 1 in the first row, with which this time makes our equation 2x 2x sub 1 plus x squared x sub 2 equals 0. So moving to x sub 1 to the other side. Yes, to x sub 1 to the other side, we are left with x sub 2 equals negative 2x sub 1. Keeping it simple, let's again choose 1 for x sub 1 and we get x sub 2 equals negative 2. So making our vector x equals 1 and negative 2. Again, any multiple of this vector will also qualify. So the eigenvectors for lambda negative 1 are vectors with their second element being equal to negative 2. So times the first element, which is our letter C, no? Denoted as letter C. Now that we've gotten our feet wet, let's go through one more example to really make sure we understand this process. So if atong first example is 2 by 2, no? So now let's consider 3 by 3 matrix. So this time let's take our matrix A to be 1, 0, 0, 3, negative 2, 0, 2, 3, 4. And for this, we will find the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So first, to find the eigenvalues, let's find the A minus lambda I, which will mean subtracting lambda from the term in the main diagonal of A. So then we will take the determinant of this new matrix and set the polynomial equal to 0. Thanks to the form of our matrix with 2 zeros in the top row, because ang 2 zeros in the top row, the determinant of A minus lambda I is relatively simple na siya. So we get 1 minus lambda times negative 2 minus lambda times 4 minus lambda minus 0 times 3, and then minus 0, and then plus 0. So this simplifies to the product of these three binomials and setting this equal to 0. We end up with a characteristic equation, no? Equation ani nga equation. So ma-factored naman ni siya, 'di ba? Is completely factored na siya. Mao ni siya ang 1 minus lambda, negative 2 minus lambda, 4 minus lambda. So our solutions are y equals 1. Lambda equals 1, lambda equals negative 2, and lambda equals 4. And these are the eigenvalues for this matrix, for this 3 by 3 matrix. So now that we have the eigenvalues, we can solve for the eigenvectors that are related to each of them. So let's start with our first eigenvalue, which is the 1. So we will go back to our matrix given by A minus lambda I and plugging in lambda equals 1. So we will go back to our matrix given, no? And plugging in our lambda, which is the 1, we will subtract 1 from the term in the main diagonal to get the matrix. So we will getting 0, 0, 0, 3, negative 3, 0, 2, 3, 3. So we could go through row operation from here, but the form of our matrix in this case kay simple ra siya because our top row gives no information, di ba? 0 man siya. But the second row tells us that 3x sub 1 minus 3x sub 2 equals 0. So solving this, we see that x sub 1 equals x sub 2. And for this case, let's choose x sub 2 to be 1. So both x sub 1 and x sub 2 are therefore equal to 1. Diba? And the final row tells us that 2x sub 1 plus 3x sub 2 plus 3x sub 3 equals 0. But we've already chosen x sub 1 and x sub 2, right? To be equal to 1. So plugging those values in, we get, diba? Gi-plug na nato ang 1. So we get 2 plus 3 plus 3x sub 3 equals 0. So we end up getting x sub 3, diba, kay 2 plus 3 equals 5. Then ato na siyang i-transfer to the other side and divide it by 3. So ang x sub 3 na lang ang mabilin. So x sub 3 equals negative 5 over 3. So making our eigenvectors any multiple of 1, 1, negative 5 third. So next, next we will find the eigenvectors for y lambda equals negative 2. So our second eigenvalue is negative 2. So again, we will plugging this value into A minus lambda I. We subtract negative 2 from the main diagonal to get 3, 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, and 2, 3, 6. So expressing this in the equation form, the first row tells us that 3x sub 1 equals 0. So x sub 1 must be 0. And the second row tells us the same thing. Meanwhile, the final row becomes 2x sub 1 plus 3x sub 2 plus 6x sub 3 equals 0. So we already know that x sub 1 is 0. So we are left with 3x sub 2 plus x sub 3 equals 0. Or x sub 2 equals negative 2x sub 3. We will now choose x sub 3 to be 1, making x sub 2 equals negative 2. So the eigenvectors have the form 0, negative 2, and 1. And finally, no, let's do our third eigenvalue, which is the y, lambda equals 4. So the matrix A minus lambda I requires subtracting 4 from the main diagonal. So this becomes negative 3, 0, 0, 3, negative 6, 0, 2, 3, 0. So the first row tells us that negative 3x sub 1 equals 0. So once again, x sub 1 is 0. The second row tells us 3x sub 1 minus 6x sub 2 equals 0. But since x sub 1 is 0, we are left with negative 6x sub 2 equals 0. So x sub 2 must also be 0. The third row becomes 2x sub 1 minus 3x sub 2 equals 0. So we already know that both x sub 1 and x sub 2 are 0. But we have no information about x sub 3. This makes x sub 3 a free variable. So pwede ta makabutang og bisag unsa nga number. So in this case, we can just choose 1, no? Making our eigenvectors have the form 0, 0, 1. So ang x sub 3 nato is a free variable. So you can either choose 2, 3, but for now, I will choose 1. And that could be all, no? That's the end of my discussion or of my topic. So thank you everyone and God bless us all. Bye.